What up, Joe? What up, Joe? Welcome to Y'all Said the Sports Podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. This the team.
What's the dealio? It's your man Alio, aka Mastermind. You already know what time it is. It's time for a great show. And yeah, I said it. We in the house, baby.
And it's your boy Young P, always in the building. Let's get it, aka Mr. PR. Time for another great show. Let's get it, fellas.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What up, Joe? What up, Joe? CB, what it do? Cool breeze.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, before we get started on these nice topics, we want to give shouts out to the city of Detroit for a tremendous NFL draft. It was a nice draft, well put together. Detroit had a nice time, interesting, bumped into a lot of people, uh, and that's people that I know from the streets and neighborhoods and stuff like that, and celebrities and all that. So it was very interesting. Go ahead, fellas.
Man, I love the way that we actually navigated the traffic straight to the event and not really, you know what I'm saying, to the outskirts. They let us get actually almost as close to the event as you possibly could. Parking prices was a little high, but besides that, it was a great turnout and the city showed nothing but love, baby. But I was very impressed with that.
For sure, for sure. I like this way we set the records, baby. 775. Thaya. Thaya. I'm looking for these other cities to try to top that, which I ain't seeing happen in no time soon. We had a 500,000 over the next closest city, so you know what time it is.
I'm gonna tell you this before we get into the topics. If the weather would have been a little warmer, about
seen
5
that Millie.
degrees warmer, yeah,
We'd have seen that Millie.
Sir,
you probably
yes,
would have
sir.
seen a Millie. You know?
Point two around, baby.
Yeah.
All
Got
right,
some
this
signing bonus attendance. You know what
right.
I'm talking about?
All right, this is how we about to rock off with the show. Which rookie quarterback will have better numbers, and which one will win more games? Young Pete.
So I thought about this and I had to bring my sheet out for this one, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm thinking right now. And I know it's early and all of that.
Not
He
in the
folk-
car.
You know what I'm saying?
He 4 times.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I had to think
I
about
got you with this question.
yeah, but you know what? You know what's so crazy? I know the obvious might be Caleb, but you know who I'm gonna actually go with, and I think that people gonna slip on because I think he's gonna win the starting job is Bo Nix with the Broncos.
Good one.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
one.
Sean Payne gonna have him together.
Now, which one you got him as, though?
I got him as probably having the best year. You know what I'm saying?
Numbers.
Number wise,
Okay.
I think number wise he's gonna have the best year. I think winning wise, I'm gonna go with Michigan man here, J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, baby. He gonna have the most victories. I'm telling y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, he being biased. I like that, though. I like that.
Let's go,
Both of
J.J.
them are very good. That's a damn mind. Go ahead, Mastermind.
Well, I'm going a little obvious here, ladies and gentlemen.
Caleb.
But no, not
Oh,
Caleb, buddy.
Oh.
I'm going for the stats, the most
Uh-huh.
yards and all of that.
Uh-huh.
I'm going with the guy with the Commanders because you know I
Yes,
like
sir.
McLaurin, baby.
Yeah.
I like McLaurin. You my guy, baby. You about to really
Yes,
shine
sir.
now. They gonna know your name after this year. Now I'm going with him for all the numbers,
okay.
but for the wins, Pete, I got to do a P 2 times. I want to follow JJ, and I think it's gonna be Caleb.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be them two for
See, that's a good one.
Yep.
And I gotta follow Mastermind's cab because those were my two answers. I was going to go with for the for the numbers. I was going with either Daniels. I was going either JD because the offensive coordinator. I know Cliff. What's his name?
Kingsbury.
Yeah,
Kingsbury.
he gonna let the boy throw the ball no matter
Without
what.
a doubt,
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah.
about to get them receivers involved.
Right, and the way that the NFL is now, so he gonna be throwing the ball a lot. So I was going with that, and then I was going next probably Caleb for better numbers.
For the wins or no?
I was going with either one of them
Okay,
for the
JD
yeah,
for the numbers.
for the simple fact I believe that the division because Minnesota and the Lions they usually get a quarterback big numbers, no matter who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Either both games or one of them games, they usually let the quarterback throw for 300 or a high
know what you're
200
saying.
and some change. And for the wins, I was gonna follow Young P on that, but mine was gonna be yours was I think was better numbers, but on the wins I was gonna go
Knicks.
either Bo Nix or J.J. McCartney, just because of the coaches.
Right. Right.
Sean Payton gonna have him look
Right, and
gonna
I
have him
and I
look-
know what's name won. How many? What I know they won like 7, 8, or
Yeah, 7
9,
games,
almost
yeah.
whatever.
Flip flopping
Yeah,
quarterback.
last year was that. So if he won 7 last year with
My man from Arizona.
nah, with
with
Russell.
Justin Fields.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, you talking about
Minnow.
Denver,
Yeah,
Denver,
how many
yeah,
did
yeah,
Denver
yeah.
win last year?
Denver won like 7, I think so.
Something like that, yeah, something like that. 6 or 7.
Okay, well just say even if they won 9, we just say even that. I believe with Bo Nix, whatever they won with Russell, I believe they'll win that with Bo Nix.
Okay.
Because I know Sean Payton gonna keep it even. You know what I mean? He gonna play a balanced game. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna get into all that. He gonna let play field position and stuff like that.
Right.
And then J.J. McCartney, same reason. You in that division, and I believe with the coach, you might can pull off some wins. Not saying you're gonna win the division, but I believe that you might can. You know what I'm saying? Pull off a good 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Anything else, Mastermind, Young P?
I do got one thing though.
Go ahead.
Will it be a disappointment though if Caleb don't have the numbers? Not necessarily wins if he don't have the numbers because of the receiving core that they kind of gave him a little bit. Would it be a disappointment if he don't have the numbers?
This is just my personal opinion.
just a quick
I
thought.
think when that weather change,
That's
Caleb numbers gonna start dropping.
like
Because they're gonna start handing that ball off to them two
Okay,
backs.
now, before we move along, I got
that
a
was just a
question.
quick thought.
I got a question. Both of y'all can answer. So, what's the numbers? So, being a rookie, what's numbers that you be like, okay, that's cool, or you be like, nah.
I feel like as a rookie, he need to at least have over 3,000 yards passing,
Okay.
even easily. You know what I'm saying? Like that's especially with the receivers you got. He got to see 3,000 or better. You know what I'm saying? That's to me that's almost a subpar quarterback. You know what I'm
What you got?
saying?
What's your numbers, Mastermind?
As a rookie, is not as many interceptions as this person though.
Right.
But if you can give me Daniel Jones numbers, because they say Daniel Jones ain't threw for 20 touchdowns yet.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So if you could throw Caleb, give me like 20 touchdowns just coming in as a rookie, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And just don't have as many interceptions. I'll even take like maybe 5 interceptions, 6 interceptions, something like that, to 20 touchdowns. And then for yardage, I go anywhere from I give him about 2,800 to 3,000,
Right.
somewhere in there, anything like that. If you get 3,000, I'll say you had a good season. But I'm gonna need some rush yards out you too. I ain't gonna lie. I need at least about 300 to 400 rush yards out you.
I need 3,500 passing yards. I need 35.
I ain't gonna lie.
For the receivers you got,
Yeah.
you got really and Swift, because y'all gonna be throwing out that backfield.
You should
know what I'm
get to
saying?
that.
So, yeah.
See, you know who I expect them numbers from? That's why I picked him with the numbers.
Daniels.
Yes. I expect Daniels. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Daniels might have almost 4,000 passing yards and like at least 30 TDs.
That's what I'm saying. The way the offense, everything is now. I think every quarterback, the way the offense is in the NFL is set up now, 35 should.
Or
That's
maybe
just it.
25.
I mean, that's
No,
kinda-
sir.
touchdowns, maybe
35.
25.
You got
30
these other
touchdowns.
quarterbacks getting 5,000 yards, 4,800.
That's why I said 3,000 almost subpar. So you should. I'm giving you the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? So
Your opinion on the Penix Jr. pick to Atlanta, Mastermind.
Well, I mean, okay. I'm gonna piggyback off the last question that we just had too. Now, in a perfect world, I will put Penix for the numbers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
okay.
Because I think Penix, to me, Penix got that accuracy that you can't find, that it ain't common. You're not gonna find that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I always like the left hand throw. It just looked pretty to me. You know what I'm saying? Make a pretty ball. I think overall it was a good pick because if you try to wait maybe next year or the year after next and try to get a quarterback.
Mhm.
I don't see too many in the farm system that you can that's standing out like how Penix did. I know Shador, moneymaker. I know that's gonna be one, and after him, I'm not for sure. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
why gamble with some up and coming choices when you got him? You got a chance to get him. Because I think all that was propaganda. How they were saying, "Oh, Penix because of the ACLs and this and that." They got to remember in the NFL, they're not touching the quarterback. So I don't really fear for his ACLs, and they not letting him go that low.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that he gonna be all right in the NFL, and he subject to be great.
I think, my opinion, I think it also, to me, it was a great pick. I know other people out there don't think it was a good pick and all like that. I'm putting it like this. When everyone was watching college football from the beginning of the seasons, this man was in the tops of everything. The Heisman's, the yards, everything. Then had the playoffs or whatever. He had a bad game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that dropped him down. But he was one of the top quarterbacks. So when the draft come, that's like before I get to what I was going to say. That's like before this, like how you say, if he'd have won or if he had a better game, like how you say, who had J.J. McCartney ahead of Penix?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Go during college football season.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Only person that was really, not to cut you off, ahead of him was Caleb. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Jaden Daniels wasn't predicted to be hot coming out the gate.
Right. So, well, mastermind.
My bad, I ain't mean to.
And then I say, so that's why I think he he was an excellent pick to Atlanta because you can't let that type of talent go into the third, fourth, fifth round, just like because he was one of the best players, and you know what he can bring to the team at that key position. That's one of the main key position. Well, that's the key position on your football team. That's just like when the Lions, nobody that didn't know that they was gonna pick Jameer Gibbs. The whole city was, and everybody else,
Was against it.
was against it. Everybody like, oh, why did they do that?
Not this podcast, y'all.
Even the analysts on those networks and all that, all it was like, why did Detroit Lions do that? Everybody, even some of the Detroit fans, like because everybody was thinking of DeAndre Swift and that so the Lions knew Holmes and
Cuz.
yeah, your cousin. Brad Holmes knew him and the coach. They knew, nah, the best available at that time was Gibbs. So we grabbed the best available. That's all Atlanta did was say, hold on, this man's still around. We can't let him go. Let's get him now. And then, like I say, as a rookie, you ain't got no, and everybody saying they gave Kirk Cousins $100 million. Yeah, they did, but guess what? Like they always say, you ain't got to pay Penix that much money, so don't worry about that. Let him work his way in. So that's my take on it. So go ahead, Young Pete.
My take is this: was it a good pick? Yes. I think I look at it from this stand from a couple of different reasons and why I say yes, it was a good pick. One, to me, Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback coming out with Penix being number 2. So that's just my opinion. Caleb, you was farther down the list for me. But I feel like a couple of things is what they one, kind of what you're saying, best available. But beyond that, Kirk Cousins injury prone, and you ain't got that many more years. So why not sew up my quarterback position now when I can? And all you're doing is basically pulling a Green Bay move. They've been doing that for years, getting the next quarterback and having him chill. And then you look up, everyone has been great. That's sat 1 or 2 years at Green Bay, and when they got their time to shine, they shine like they were supposed to. Because now we can develop the quarterback down here. You know what I'm saying? We got time to work on some mechanics, like you said. They ain't going at your legs like that. So you got over a year to get the blood, strengthen them, everything. Right. So you got time for that. So I just think that that's all it was. It was a smart play. Why not? We know Kirk Cousins might not be around next year or the year after that. We already got our quarterback. We ain't got to try to figure out down the road who next. Because as of right now, unless somebody stand out, Sanders is the only quarterback that's coming out next year that's looking good. I'm talking about off rip that you can be like, yeah, dog gonna be a monster. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple more out there. You know what I'm saying? But just off rip, Sanders, and they don't have a chance of getting Sanders. So why not get what you can get now?
Will Penix have the accuracy of a Tua?
I think so.
Yeah.
That might have been a perfect comparison.
And you always got to remember he was in the Big Ten. He was doing this thing in the Big Ten in Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, I'm gonna say one thing that I think that Tua don't got that I think he got. I think he got a better long ball.
Stronger arm. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he can run too now.
Right. So that's what I'm
He
saying.
a big
So
boy
he
too
good.
now. And
Yeah.
ain't just
Nah.
ain't no
But
kicking
see,
and tackling him.
Before we move along to the next question, y'all can say some, about this once said. You actually can see the difference of the programs and everything. And what I mean by that, because until the combine, nobody knew he can run. But when he's in Indiana, we seen that he could run.
Yeah.
Then, like I say, when you get out of sight, out of mind, then he went across the states and all across the country and all like that. He'll end over there at Washington, where got him looking good in the pocket.
Mhm.
So now you see that.
He could do all. He could do both.
what
He
I
could be a
mean?
dual threat.
He a hell of a
Yes.
pocket quarterback. So now I might have forgot which I was getting in him. So what do y'all think about that? Did y'all forget that he was a quarterback that really can scramble and all that too?
No, that's why I brought up Indiana. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing down there.
No,
He
yeah,
just
we
got
know that, yeah.
injured. You know what I'm saying? He got injured twice in both legs. That was just some fluke stuff that happened. But like you said, he was running. He could throw.
I'm gonna say this. I think the injuries was a hindrance and a blessing at the same time. Because I think with the ACLs going down, that helped him get better pocket awareness and be able to, stand in the pocket, know where the pressure coming from, get a better feel of the pocket, and become a lot more accurate. You see what I'm saying? Because I think once you naturally a runner, like I believe he was naturally a runner. I believe he's an athlete.
That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that ain't never going nowhere. So that's why I say I think it was a blessing because I think it actually helped his accuracy and, you know what I'm saying, his timing. So I think in the long run, in the NFL, he will be able to show both. Now, my question for both of y'all before we go to the next question, who would be his NFL comp to y'all? Who would you comp Michael Penix to?
I said Tua.
Yeah, but and then that's it. Just you think about Tua.
Yeah, to me, yeah,
Because about the level of Tua once he get there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or even better, like you say, for the simple fact, because what you getting from him, like I say, even though everybody forgot that he can run and stuff like that, he can play that pocket. And you still need a pocket quarterback in the NFL. That's why Kirk Cousins is lasting, because he can play that pocket.
Gonna be there.
He can stand right there like how Brady was. He can sit there and then dissect you apart. You still need that that pocket quarterback.
That's a good one.
Which NFL son will have a better career? Jerry Rice son, Terrell Owens son, Frank Gore son, or Jeremiah Trotter's son? Which NFL son? Young Pete.
So I had to pull out the paper again for this one because I had to sit and think, marinate on it for a little bit. And my answer is this. I was going to do a P2 times, but I'm not going to do that for you all. I'm just going to be direct and say this is what I think. I think in the end, Gore is going to have a better career. Here's why I say that. And I struggled because I feel like Rice is in a good position out there with the quarterback and with, my man Michigan and all of that. I feel like Owens still got to make the team, don't he?
I think so.
Owens got to make the team. Shit, Gore got to make the team. Shit, hell, I think Rice got to make the team.
I think all of them got to still make the
I think
team.
Trotter only one that did get drafted, but he still got to. He's so late in the rounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Trotter got
He
drafted, but he's so late in the rounds. He still got to
gotta
make the
make
team. I just feel like Gore, just because of how they play in the running back
Rice's son
position.
got drafted?
He did? Or I thought he was signed as an undrafted free agent.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought he got signed as an
LA
Chargers. Yeah, I thought he got picked up as an
No,
undrafted free agent. But My thing is, I just feel like Gore, because of how they play in the running back position, I think that's going to end up working his favor. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like Trotter at the linebacker position. I mean, they rotate linebackers, so he might get fit into the Eagle scheme. It's just about how they going to play him out there. Not sure.
Pick one though. Who you got?
I went with Gore. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I already went with
Advancing
Gore.
him.
So,
I'm gonna be honest. I was real torn with this one, but I'm going with Jeremiah. I'm going with Jeremiah Trotter. I think it's something about him, like actually his father actually playing in Philadelphia and him growing up a childhood in Philadelphia, being an Eagle at heart. I think that some of that's gonna propel him to a great starting position because Philly, I'm not for sure right off hand who the linebackers are. I know we have a dominant front four, and I know they just tightened up the back end. So with you know what I'm saying, I know it might be one that I can think of for sure. I know his number is 51. I don't want to say the wrong name, but I think that's the only one that I can kind of think of that's locked in. So he might have a chance to actually win a spot. I ain't saying starting, but get into the rotation and then eventually get into the starter role, especially if he start excelling at the position, which I think he probably will. So I'm gonna go with him.
Right. Good answer. Cause mine was Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Well, I'm gonna give y'all my reason why, but since Mastermind said it, I'm gonna say Jerry Rice, son. I believe he'll get a starting job over there with Harbaugh and learn that system and be involved. You know, he be something like a better Crabtree or something.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But he
But
still is a big receiver too.
yeah,
Though.
but the reason why I was saying Jeremiah Trotter is because, like you said, I believe that he's going to make the team at linebacker, and by knowing that position, and if he get the early start, because of Jerry Rice and the other sons going on, son, even if they might get the start
Mm-hmm.
or some might not, I don't think that they gonna might get 1,000 yards. If either one do, it might be Jerry Wright, it might be Brandon's son if he start over there with Harbaugh. I think he'll get 1,000 yards. But other than that, Jeremiah, the reason why I was saying Jeremiah Trotter, if he start and at that linebacker position, I believe he's going to average what linebackers do, the good ones. He's going to get them 100. He's going to get them 100 plus tackles. You know what I'm saying? A season. He's going to be getting like 130 tackles a season. So that's why I say it's going to be hard for the receivers to be getting 1,000 every year. You know, like that. With him, he'll get that 100 plus tackles. You know what I'm saying? Every season. But that was my reason. But I have to go with Brandon Rice though, since you picked Jeremiah right, so we can make it. You know,
I got you.
go ahead.
Now, my only question is this: do y'all think that they're gonna actually get good looks at them receiver positions? Because I know at the Chargers, speaking specifically, Rice might get a good look because just think they cleared house in the receiving room. So you know what I'm saying? It's up for grabs. So I think he's gonna get a good look. But now do you think that Frank Gore Jr. gonna get a good look at running back where he at?
I believe they all gonna get a good look because the way they was looking in college, they was looking good. They just went at the bigger schools, but you seen their potential. You know what I'm saying?
I thought what's his name was though, right?
You know
He was
what
at
I'm saying?
USC, right?
who?
You know.
Jerry Rice Jr.
I mean, yeah, I'm talking about all the other ones though.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I
Like the
got you, I got
Owens
you.
and the Trons, all them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? They was at nice schools though, but I'm saying
But they
that
wasn't at the
right,
best
you know what I'm
school.
saying? So you was able to see their potential. That's just like Jerry Rice's son. He got Caleb Williams. You went to USC. He didn't get drafted to the 6th round.
Yeah, but he was in HBCU before that, right?
You know what I'm saying? But
No,
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
It
I'm
only
not,
take
no.
that one season to really show your crack. You know what I'm saying?
I got you for sure.
Yeah. So yeah.
I just got one quick before we
go
go.
ahead.
How y'all feel about the fact that Dion didn't get no players drafted, Colorado?
I think I think to a degree, probably just because of the end of the season, how it went.
Right. The downfall.
The
and
downfall of the
they
NFL
probably wasn't ready.
season.
And like you say, comes if you got invited to the combine or somebody might pick you off, you know what I'm saying, on the
Yeah,
side.
free
Who
agent.
knows?
No, I
When you
got
come
you.
to the combine, show the speed like Worthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
focus was all on, you know,
The names who they had. I got
Right.
yeah, the big names, you know.
Give your NFL division winners. Give your NFL division winners. I'm gonna start this one off since I see we already had a couple same mass. I wanna get this one off my chest right quick.
I got you.
On the AFC side, on the East, I think I'm gonna go with Miami this year. I won with Buffalo last year and I won, but my payout wasn't as great, so I didn't brag about it, people. For the West, I said I gotta do the P2 times. It's gonna be the Kansas City or the Chargers. And that's just winning the West, you know what I mean? But winning the Super Bowl is something different. And then for the North, everybody know I like my man JB Joe Burrow. I know he'll be back. You gotta stay healthy. I need you to win the AFC North for me. But I either got Pittsburgh or Baltimore. You got to show me this. I need you to get back. But, you know, I'm still putting my money down on you and stuff like that down at the casinos and all that. But, you know, and for the South, I either got Houston Texans or the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Colts going to come back and do something. I think everybody forgot about Anthony Richardson. And he gonna show a little something. And then for the NFC side, for the East, I got Philly. I think they went out and got some good picks and all the positions that they was failing at. So I got Philly. And like you saying, plus they started off 10-1 and then they went gung ho down on their own. So I don't know what happened. Out the West, I'ma shock the world. I'ma say Arizona. And then for the North, NFC North, I'm going to go Lions of Green Bay. Lions of Green Bay. Might be Green Bay with the edge because I said that earlier once I found out they got my man, the running back, Jacobs. Yeah,
Josh
so,
Jacobs is
yeah.
gonna be some problems in that
Right.
NFC North, baby.
And then the South, I'm going to go Tampa Bay or Atlanta. But mainly, I'm going to go Tampa Bay. So my man BMF can get him. Baker Mayfield, get him.
BMF was a good one.
Go ahead, Mastermind.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with the AFC, y'all, and I'm gonna start off with the simple one. No, it ain't simple. Ain't none of these simple this year, y'all. I think the NFL is gonna be real competitive,
Oh,
y'all.
very, very
Y'all
much.
heard it here first. The NFL is gonna be very, very competitive. Some of the teams that you think gonna be zeros might turn out to be heroes, baby.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start off with the AFC East. With the AFC East, I'm going to the East Coast and staying there, and I'm going with the Jets, baby. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and Sauce Gardner, baby. One time to the D guy. You understand what I'm talking about?
He got the Jets.
With the West, gonna go to the West. I'm going with the usual, baby. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going with KC. With the North, I got to go with my heart. You already know that, baby.
Damn.
But I am nervous here now. I'm be honest. My heart is Baltimore Ravens, but my mind really want to go with the Cleveland Browns. I'm not even lying with y'all. I'm going Baltimore, but watch out for Cleveland to finish strong. Okay, and that South, I'm going to do another shocker, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going with you, Doug Peterson, Jacksonville Jaguars, baby. Yes, sir. I'm going Jacksonville. Now, here's the tricky one. This is that NFC least, but we gonna call it the East. You understand what I'm talking about? I think in that one, I gotta go with the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm gonna tell you, here's my caveat for y'all. I like Jaden Daniels to go down as a fighter. It won't just be no walkaway Eagles. I don't think it's gonna be no walkaway. I don't like Dallas to do anything. I ain't gonna lie to you.
None of that.
I don't like Dallas. I see what Dallas doing. I see Jimmy's really doing some say so around there. Jimmy's doing a Herschel Walker. He's gonna pull it off. Y'all heard it here first. With Dak Prescott and probably CD Lamb or Micah Parsons. Two of y'all gonna be out of there. Okay, now let's go to this NFC West.
I heard that.
Jimmy,
yeah.
stop, baby.
No, I
Jimmy
heard
back there. Yeah, you heard it. Two of y'all out of there. I hate to say it, America. Well, this is for you, CB. Salute to you, CB. I'm going with your boy Matty Boo Boo Ice. I'm going with him to win that. Yeah, I'm going with the Rams, baby. I know San Fran is usually the easy pick here, but I think San Fran might be headed for a little slight hiccup. I think they're going to have a little hiccup this year. Got to go with the D-Town, baby, with the North. I got to go with the D. But tell y'all something else with that. I think it's going to be a three-headed horse this year, but I think the D going to pull it out. I think it's Chicago, Detroit, and Green Bay. It's going to be tough, baby. I think Minnow might be the only problem that might be the one that's not looking good.
McCartney.
Yeah, JJ, you might not look good on the wins, baby. You might not look too good, but it's going to look all right, though. It's just that I'm thinking them teams up there, they might have like 11 or 12 wins, maybe even 13. And you going to have maybe strong 8, 9, somewhere in there, maybe 7. Okay, and last but not least, by default, baby, I'm going with, I got to go with Kirk Cousins, baby, by default. I think they're going to win you a division just because you got down there, baby. I think that's how you're going to get in.
Yeah. Go ahead, young Pete.
All right, AFC East. I'm going definitely if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. Going with the Jets. AFC North. Let's go Mike Tomlin. Steelers gonna win that this year. AFC South. I'm going with the Jaguars. The Texans, y'all kind of fluke y'all way into winning that division. AFC West got to be the Chiefs. Let's see. NFC East. Yeah, I'm gonna jump out there on this one. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders out there. I'm just jump out there. Come on, Jaden Daniels, be that rookie sensation that I know you can be. North Lions gonna win that. NFC South, let's go New Orleans. NFC West, 49ers. I believe in you, Brock Purdy. I believe in you, big fella. And that's where I'm at with all them picks.
Okay, I got these picks.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna see. We got a long way to go, but like I say, we did good last season on some picks. Like you say, I won with Buffalo, but
I jacked
payout wasn't nothing.
What's the name? Jack.
That was my last little money to put on while I was down. I'm like, what I got on? Let me just put that on out and put everything back. I walked out there with about 100 slips.
That was on the division winner.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
right,
we was
yeah,
down
yeah,
there?
yeah. I told you, jack mine off. What's the name? Jacked it off. Jacksonville lost to Houston. They would have won. That'd have been 1,500 done to them.
Yeah.
Will Watson be the old Watson for the Browns, or is it time for another QB? Mastermind.
Well, I did my little research on this. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been hearing that Deshaun Watson is looking very, 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 very good. They say the surgery to the shoulder was a success or whatever. They say he's even looking a little more athletic than what he was in Houston. So I'm looking forward to him being back to the old Deshaun Watson. But I am here too to let y'all know I think DTR is right there waiting.
So your man still waiting.
Yes, sir. Don't forget him. I think he's in the wings. I don't think they're gonna go out and draft nothing.
Go ahead, young P.
Yeah. No.
Dang.
No, it's time to start focusing on the future. Watson, you hit a bank, you hit a lick, you hit a bankroll. I like that in you.
Good one.
You Ben Simmons them. You know what I'm saying? You
Good.
Ben Simmons them and hit a bankroll real quick, and I ain't mad at that. So way to hit the bankroll.
Profit.
You know what I'm saying? And you got down. I ain't mad at you, Watson. You did what you're supposed to do. You got a hell of an agent. He put that together, and you did what you're supposed to do. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, it's time for Cleveland. They need to start looking towards the future and figure out them a quarterback. So don't be surprised if they draft a quarterback or rock with masterminds pick. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at. Nah, Watson, I just don't see it in you. I just don't see it in you. Unless you did some hell of a things this off season. I ain't seen it. You ain't even been in regular practice to see some hell of a things yet. Just to even see what they throwing at you. So nah,
Well, like you
you
said,
gotta at least be in regular practice. All that you and your homeboy throwing to each other ain't shit to me.
if you go back and view the tapes when you first came in back to the league and you came over to Cleveland, I said he been gone too long. He gonna look shaky. He ain't gonna be on time and none of that. And it's finna be the same. He's a good quarterback, but he was good for the Houston Texans. He was good for, getting in the standing in the shotgun, getting it running around, you know what I mean, playing backyard football and all this. Here with Cleveland, you got to play this book that I got. They got these plays that's finna work, that's finna do this, these slants and these everything got to be time and all that. And you're not a timing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's not that rhythm quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he can't do it, but that's not what he was known for. You know, and Clemson or in Houston. So it's going to be hard for him to just all of a sudden, like how you say, you can do that with your homeboy and them in the backyard or just y'all practicing in camp without without nobody really rush, like that. But when you playing in the team, yeah, when them real boys coming in and you know what I mean, and they blocking them lanes, hands coming up and all that, and so I believe you're gonna get the same Watson. You're gonna get him running around because, like you say, you're not finna get a Flacco, like how Flacco looked like he was a rookie with that playbook that they gave him. Like man, made Flacco look good all over again. And he was at home sitting down.
Where's he got a job somewhere too?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm just saying. So Watson, you didn't even look that good. And now when you come back, you're not finna look as good as Watson. I mean, as Flacco, I don't think. So that's what I say. He finna come back, give you some ESPN highlights, and then they're gonna be winning and stuff because of the system that Cleveland got. Pound the ball, pound play action, do this and that. Then he'll get his accolades. When they win like that. But as far as him winning and like how it was when he was in Texas, that's not finna happen. That's over with for him. You know what I'm saying? Go.
No, the only thing I think, no, not just want to add this before you go, P, because I know you about to shoot him down again.
No.
But I just say this: I think that's one thing that you keyed on when you were saying like the Flacco success and then the Dobbs success.
Right.
I think now he had a chance to at least look at their tapes and see what they were seeing. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that he might not even thinking about when he was out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might benefit him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we're gonna see Deshaun. We tuning in, I'm telling you that.
Anything else, Young P?
Nah. 'Cause I
Okay.
think his arrogance ain't gonna let him watch that shit. So
After watching the draft, which team look like they want to win it right now? After watching the draft, which team look like they want to win it right now? Pete.
So after watching the draft, I watched a lot of it. Had to go back and look at the later picks and stuff like that, running around on that Saturday and stuff like that, and late Friday. But I'm probably gonna go with the Steelers, and I'm gonna say they picked up some key people. But the biggest thing I think is gonna work in their favor, and I'm hoping work in their favor, is I'm hoping Russell gets like a rejuvenated life. And if he gets that rejuvenated life or the quarterback competition brews something good that it end up being worth, you know what I'm saying, helping the offense, then that's why I'm picking y'all right now to win y'all division. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So I think y'all got some good things out the draft. I think what Mike Tomlin's head and his coaching style and what he can always pull a rabbit out of his hat no matter what. I think that's what's going to make them look like they did what they were supposed to do in the draft. They addressed some needs and they got kind of what they need already. They just need them to pan out. Like I said, Russell, just be a little bit of yourself. And you might, because right now you get the starting position unless something, you know what I'm saying, change or whatever. But just be a little bit of yourself. So
All right. Well, I'm quite sure P got some other teams too, and I know Mastermind probably got more than one, such as myself. But the one that I'm going to concentrate on first and tell y'all is I'm going to say KC. And the reason why I say Kansas City is because they won the Super Bowl last year. They paid your man up front, Jones. You know, they got them a corner and all that in the draft and all that. But the main thing was, well, one of the key things I wanted to know what Rice, what's going to happen with Rice. For the simple fact, the draft, once they also picked up Hollywood Brown, we thought that was going to be the receiver that was going to spray that defense and take it over the top. Yes, he is one of them.
Yep.
But then when they let them get that boy from Texas,
Like you picked
Worthy, yeah. And I did pick him going to Kansas City before the draft even started for the simple fact I picked him going to Kansas City because he wasn't one of the top receivers being mentioned. But we all knew that Kansas City needed a receiver, even though they wasn't really speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? The people out there, you know, on the networks and stuff. But I just figured, like, man, if they let this, they not speaking to him, and then they seen him run that 4.2 in the combine, usually that's what make teams jump on you. And nobody jumped on it. And they were saying, everybody was saying they don't know if he can catch the long, the deep ball or whatever. But my thing is this. They forgot when he caught the deep ball against Alabama. When he caught it right there in front of your man and them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the who was out there. What's that name? McAfee and them. Pat McAfee showing them whatever. When he caught that bomb right there on Alabama, that was about a 50, 60 yarder right there. So I guess the only person who was watching that was Andy Reid, and now with him and Hollywood Brown, and then you got Rice and Kelsey underneath. I think they ready to win for that. I think they going for that three-peat. You know what I mean? And if anything that happens that they don't get I don't mean to bring that up, but it might be because of what happened at the parade. But I think they want to make that up. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Mastermind.
Me, I'm gonna go with this team right here, y'all. I'm going with the Houston Texans.
They look the real.
I think because they addressed every need that they needed, and then they got Stephon Diggs. I think Stephon Diggs gonna play under control because I don't think Nico gonna buy none of that. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with some of that stuff with Sean McDermott and all that, but this guy right here, he got his own culture that he set over here. So if you come over here and try to be any type of poison, you're out of here. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that that's a team that's built to win immediately. They went to go dress needs that they needed immediately.
That was a real one because they did get some good picks, like you said. Not only with him, then they got Mixon and all that. Then what they got in the draft. But go
I'm
ahead.
gonna tell y'all, my other team who I really truly wanted to go with, but I had to just sum it up with Houston. Right here, buddy. Detroit Lions, buddy.
Absolutely.
Right here, buddy. That back end, how we just kept picking corner after safety after corner after safety.
yeah,
We gonna get it right one way or another. I'll
Eventually.
tell you that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't go wrong with a bunch of choices. That's what I believe.
and I hate to say it, America. You might not ever hear me say it again.
It's Bama Town. I know what you gonna say. I know. I told you. Like I'm controlling you right now. It's Bama Town.
Yeah.
But why you? So you say Houston, but why you ain't pick them to win the division? You went with the Jaguars, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Only reason why I went with the
I'm
Jaguars.
just curious. Just a curious
I'm being
thought.
honest. No, I'm being
Not a
honest.
curious
I'm
thought.
just gonna be honest. Only reason why I went with the Jaguars, it's time. I think Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence both got something on the line here.
They
You
do.
see what I'm saying? And I think they might be leaning a little bit towards Doug Peterson more than Trevor Lawrence.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So I think you know what I'm saying. You got to make a break because I don't see Dion saying no. My son can't go to Jacksonville and play up under Doug Peterson.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think Trevor Lawrence.
I think he put out his
you need
list
to-
of people teams that
Right.
he knows. I think
You need to
Jacksonville
get
was
that
on there.
tight.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Better point guard, Mike Conley or Kyle Lowry? Better point guard, Mike Conley or Kyle Lowry? Mastermind. Easy money. Easy money.
No, I know everybody gonna
That's
say.
easy
I know
money.
everybody gonna say Mike Conley on that. But the only reason why I'm kind of torn with it is because on the defensive end, Kyle Lowry is kind of impressive. He's a pit bull when it comes to that. So now the only thing that I think Kyle Lowry kind of lacks is like the floor leadership, the floor general that Mike Conley is. So that's the reason why
Kyle
I'm gonna go with
Lowry.
I'm gonna go with Mike Conley on that.
I think Mike Conley a better floor leader, general, and all that. Scorer, defender.
You think Conley a better defender?
Yeah, he better
Ooh.
pass, pass the lane, in the passing lanes, all of that.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I
Defender,
mean?
I'm thinking more or less. Now, passing lane, I give you that.
Yeah,
I give you that.
Yeah, I'm talking
But
about just
defender, I'm
that-
talking about man to mano, lock
That-
up,
yeah,
slide your feet,
that
liable to take the charge. I'm going with
that.
I'm going
Now,
with-
now Kyle Lowry good to take the charge when he getting off somebody off of his man and taking it off, somebody else's, to help out. But as far as his man, I'm gonna go with Mike Conley. I think Mike Conley a better point guard, better assist point guard, a better, distributor, just everything. I think Mike Conley all around.
Okay.
Just my opinion. I think he got, Kyle Lowry good though, but I just think Mike Conley, is got him by a little notch. Go ahead, Young P.
Yeah, this definitely is a unanimous answer in terms of Mike Conley. I think he is. He could be a better scorer. His point guard, being a leader of general, he got that over him. Assists, I just think he just has everything a little bit more over him. Now, if you had to ask me this maybe some years back, I might I'm talking about the Kyle Lowry in Toronto or something like that. I might, and I probably still would struggle and probably still would say Mike Conley, but I might be a little bit more like, well, Kyle, I might come up with some stuff to maybe make an argument that, hey, dude, all right. You know what I'm saying? You see what he's doing in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? So I might have gave you a little bit more of an argument, but especially right now,
No,
you're
today's
not.
time for sure. Mike Conley.
You're killing him. You know what I'm saying? Right now. So overall, though, let's go Mike Conley. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
They both been in the league pretty decent too, pretty long time. So like
Yeah.
you said, they both some nice point guards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they've been good for the teams they've been playing for, that they played for.
Yep.
So
And both has contributed.
right,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So keep doing your
Definitely,
thing.
yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
What happened to the Ball brothers? What happened to the Ball brothers? Young P.
Well, I'm gonna tell you just like this what happened to him. A couple different things happened to him. So I'm gonna give you three quick ones. One, your dad put a stamp on y'all back that y'all could not ever live up to. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't.
Pops.
Yeah.
Out the gate.
Number one is Pops. You sold them boys and you made it seem like they finna be the next coming of everything, and they wasn't that. Two, injuries. Injuries cooked them. You know what I'm saying? Injuries cooked them, and then your middle son just being stupid at UCLA doing that foolishness across seas. You killed your career before you even got started. But injuries is what really hurt him the most. You know what I'm saying? The one in Chicago, you ain't been healthy in 3 years? You basically sat out 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And Charlotte, who was deemed to be the best of all of them, the youngest one, injuries has kind of got you, and you kind of been on a bowl team. You know what I'm saying? So a combination of injuries and being on a bowl team has hurt you. And I just think the third thing, when it's all said and done, if LeBron don't watch himself, Bronny gonna be in the same position. You're putting the target on his back. But I think the thing with them is I just think they tried too much and it just never worked out. I never really think that they ever was able to develop. You know what I'm saying? Coming straight out of high school for one, you needed to kind of just develop a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You had some because a lot of them games that the younger one I saw, he was cherry picking a lot of them games. That game he scored with 90 something points. You cherry picked the whole damn game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm open.
You're right. So you that ain't showing me that you as good as people made it seem like. You know what I'm saying? Some of them
AD classic
and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that's what it was. They never really got time to develop in the league. You know what I'm saying? They had a target on their back. Dad put all that on their back, and then just 3 injuries. Injuries cooked them. So that's what just made them just kind of go away with the win. You know what I'm saying? That's my 3 points on that. So that's what happened to the Ball brothers.
Okay, now I'm kind of leaning towards everything you said. I kind of agree with everything you were saying, but the thing is, I'm going down a different route with it.
Okay.
I think the first thing, and Dad plays a part into this. I think they started training too early.
So their body broke down?
Yeah. I think you put too much wear and tear on their bodies young. You start doing NBA training regiments when they probably was 6. You see what I'm saying? So their bodies never really had a chance to, the bones never had a chance to really grow to the, the strength that it might have needed to because you're putting so much added force onto it. Ain't no telling what you might have been doing with weights. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what kind of hindered a lot of their, their growth because I think that's what led on to the injuries. I think that now, you know what I'm saying, doing this same regiment going since I was 6 or whatever age I might have got started at to now I'm 22, 23 doing the same thing, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body. You see what I'm saying? It never had a chance to just do like how we did, just, develop over time, you know what I'm saying, put some training in, but just not the NBA, as hard as the NBA is, you let your bones develop, and then maybe when they get like around 16, 17, then you start implementing that. Even maybe 14, 15, you know what I'm saying, the way kids are growing now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a key thing. And then another thing, I think they never really got a chance to get acclimated to the league. Injuries one, and then the other one just bounced around too much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We seen you here, then seen you
Lakers,
there, then next thing you over here. Then, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think they never really just got a chance to settle in and just where you could see what they really could do. Because I think they are skilled. I don't think that they lacking the skill. I think they have the skill level to be NBA players. But I just think the injuries is overall derailed them, and I think that's due to, like I just said previously, starting too early.
Like I said, well, I don't know what's wrong with you, with the brothers. Like you say, they were saying, I don't want to, quote it wrong or whatever. They're saying the shoes can be the shoes, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, anything. But like you say, I'd love to see these 2 young men still be playing because they could have been the first brothers to do this and do that, or you know what I mean, or go against each other and do this and do that. They could,
Excitement.
yeah, I'm talking. They could have did something that Dominique and
World
Jordan them couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? They played against each other, but just say they had played each other in some type of anything. You know what I mean? Finals
just
or
think if wasn't they
same
would have stayed on the
team.
East and wasn't they have stayed on the West, it'd have been
You
real.
know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or anything. Like so we played together or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or
Hopefully it's not
know
over
what I'm
with for
saying,
them
whatever.
boys. I'm just hoping it's not because they still young.
yeah. And it's like
You went in Charlotte.
I just huh?
No, I was just thinking out loud. It's like you saying it wasn't over.
Yeah, and it's just like cause they both was great, could have been great point guards. You know what I'm saying? And it just like so I really I don't know. Like how you say, whatever injury that they do have, whatever is dealing with, and they say because I don't know, y'all
I don't know what he. I don't know.
how
What,
long.
I know
does
what's
it take?
name.
I'm saying how
no,
long
what's
does it
name is the
take?
knee. That's the Chicago.
How long
he been
does
out
it
what,
take?
two and a half years?
They say that don't quote me on it, America, but the word on the street is
He finna be out again?
they saying that when they went into the knee, they went in and they basically
Wrong.
did the
Grant Hill.
Grand Hill.
See, that's what I'm finna
And
say.
they went in, they said they thought they fixed it, but didn't really fix it and missed
Hit
it.
the
and-
wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whatever is wrong with you. How
It's
long
the
does
team
it
doctor?
take
They
to
saying
heal?
this.
Right.
Right.
They saying this Chicago team doctors, not his personal doctor who did
Yeah.
this.
But I understand that, but not that you had quote that. But I was just saying that's why I was wondering. I was saying I don't know what was wrong with this nigga. 'Cause like you said, I'm figuring whatever wrong with you, a broken bone, or illness, or just whatever. How long does it take for that? So that's why I was like, I don't know what because they should be on the court right now.
And they claim this one
Yeah.
procedure they just did not too long ago is
What's
making
with
him a
the
lot
in
better.
Charlotte?
He was all right. It was just the ankle, and they decided to
Yeah.
rest him.
And West Ham, let him come back next year.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I'm like. That's why I said when he made that comment, I'm like,
Yeah.
the one in Charlotte, I think might be all
Or
right next year if he
Nike
can get a little healthy.
And all the others, y'all got to come with them better supportive shoes, cause them shoes y'all putting out at these stores and everything, man, they looking real cheesy.
I'm gonna tell you,
They ain't holding no support, no nothing. All the shoes look like they come from an outlet or something, man.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that they not looking at America is only think about it. LeBron James and Michael Jordan really the only two shoes that come out with the real ankle support.
Yeah.
I don't know what the KDs are. The ones I seen, they look like they cut a little underneath that ankle, KD. So I think
look
you would
like
be
they
the main
mids.
one with it. Yeah,
Like they come from a
They cut-
payless outlet.
they cut from that Kobe cloth. That's what it is. When Kobe came with them low tops, everybody
Yeah.
just ran with that.
Yeah.
If people say Durant is better than LeBron, if people say Durant is better than LeBron, why he doesn't get the same scrutiny when he doesn't advance his team? Mastermind.
I'm gonna say this. I think that KD does get the same scrutiny. It's just that the problem is LeBron is the face of the league, so it seems like they're gonna magnify his scrutiny more and more. But I think KD does receive the same scrutiny because if you watch any of the local news outlets or major news outlets right now, they already saying his legacy is taking all type of hits and flaming him and saying he's this and he's not the leader and he's this and you know what I'm saying. So he's definitely taking the hits, I believe. It's just that I believe that LeBron gets it more because he's the face.
Mm. I can definitely go for that theory. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the biggest things that hurt him and what he needed to do, he needed to win another championship without Steph Curry and them. I think that was the first thing. And I think once they basically was like, you only could have won it once you went to Golden State, I think they kind of basically put in their mind, KD is always, you're good but subpar, if I'm making sense. You could never do it in OKC. You can't do it in Brooklyn. They ain't looking like you can do it
See,
in
what I think-
Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Not to
So
cut you off,
now,
but I think what that is right there, the thing that you're saying, I think people are confusing that with being leadership.
but that's what
I
I'm saying.
think
I think that they once they put that on them.
No, I'm saying I think to me that is more or less like how can I basically you being the man, mano y mano, because you know what I'm saying, like basically you carrying the team to that championship, and I don't think that that's leadership. I think because to me, I'm just gonna say this: the leader of the Golden State Warriors, to me, and we have said it numerous times on this show,
Draymond.
is Draymond
Right.
Green.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Now that's leadership.
Right.
That's what Draymond does. But the person that takes the team to the top is Steph Curry. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what you call that.
So I don't think he ever wanted to be the leader. He's a quiet type of dude, you know. But he talks a lot all at the same time. But when we talking about just media scrutiny and stuff like that,
Mhm.
part of the reason why I feel like it might perceived that he's not getting it because they definitely cooking him. You know what I'm saying? But I think part of it is once he made that move to Golden State, it kind of put in people's mind you always gonna be subpar until you can prove me differently that you can kind of like you said take a team to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about the leadership part because
see, I think that's
I'm
what
forcing because
I
I'm
think
because
that's
I'm
what the
assuming
problem-
you
They
doing that.
they gon' my opinion. They do it to both, but I'm gonna say LeBron a little more. And my reason is just say, for example, right now, KD scrutiny will stop, or they stop antagonizing him this week. LeBron's gonna go all the way through the finals. It's gonna keep going. They probably gonna lead. They're gonna stop talking about KD within a week or two.
I don't,
They're gonna talk about LeBron until the finals is
That's
over,
sweetheart.
putting up
I'm
memes
gonna say I don't think that
and
that's gonna be true.
and all of that. So
And the only reason why, not to cut you off, Ice, the only reason why I don't think that's going to be true, I think that you're going to hear a lot of KD just like you're going to hear a lot of LeBron because of these two
which one
things.
you gonna hear the longest? You're gonna
I
hear
think,
both.
I
Which one
mean,
you gonna
I'm
hear
be
the
honest. I
longest?
think you're going to hear the
And
same.
and then
Just let me say the reason why first. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and I believe it's more LeBron because you got more people out here going against the LeBron versus MJ. So that's going to keep LeBron's even going longer because he's the only one that's going to stand in that GOAT thing. So they're going to keep going. That's why I
We're only
say
speaking like
KD's
during the
gonna
off season, or we talking about for the
I'm just
career?
saying,
No, I'm just
he's
saying
gonna
keep
keep
going.
going.
When we saying keep going, are we speaking of the
right
off
now,
season?
off season. Like I say, right now people gonna
Because-
stop talking about KD probably next week. They still gonna be
And the-
putting memes
See,
up.
that's
and
the reason.
everything.
That's the thing
my
I
opinion.
no, I'm saying that's the thing I disagree with right there. I think because of these two things. One, they know in Phoenix they have to do something, and he's the only asset that they have that they can trade because everybody else is kind of locked, stocked in.
Booker can go too.
No, I'm just saying. I think that
I ain't
to
talking
me,
about
this
the
just right.
trades.
No,
that.
I'm saying.
Look,
So I think that's the reason why I said they're gonna still speak of him, and I think number thing with LeBron, why they're gonna speak of him
I'm talking
now
about speak of
is
niggas.
because no, I'm saying I think that's gonna be negative. I think they're gonna still be talking about KD. Who's gonna want you that you haven't been out the first round in 2 years. You're not gonna be worthy. I think you're gonna hear that a lot now because when it comes up the possibility of him being traded somewhere. Now with LeBron, I think the reason why you're gonna hear his name still a lot because of that statement he made when he left the podium. Is this your last LA game? See that free agency pendency is going to be the same thing with him. I think you're going to hear a lot about him, but you're going to hear the scrutiny part too, like I just said with KD, because of that. Is LeBron going to go somewhere else and suck a team dry, or is LeBron going to make the Lakers draft his son?
They gonna talk about that part. Him and his
I
son.
think that's what I believe that they're going to do. I believe you're going to hear a lot of that. In the
Yeah,
offseason.
they already
And
sucked the
that's reason
team
why.
dry. They ain't got no
Phoenix, what y'all need to do, y'all y'all need to get a point guard over there in Phoenix. I understand everybody like the way basketball is played now, wide open, go spot up at the three or whatever, but y'all still need a point guard to get the ball in them boys' hand. Can't have Booker and them boys bringing up, setting each other up because they scores. They're not point guards. Get y'all a point guard.
I agree with that, and I also say get you some rim and intimidator. Get somebody who can hold that post down. Nurkic is not. I mean, I don't want to say his name wrong, but he is not the answer. And the next thing, Frank Vogel, you got to go. You need a real system in there. That stuff you trying to run ain't it. Anytime anybody in America go tell KD go stand in the corner, that's retarded.
Indianapolis, where do you rank them this year? Where you going to rank Indianapolis Coast this year, Young P?
In terms of what the only person that got them picked to win their division, right? From when we picked earlier.
Yeah, I got them in here
Yeah.
going at it.
Yeah, when
I'm just saying, what you got to rank through the whole thing? Can they make the play? They're going to make the playoffs. It's more than just them winning their
I can
division.
answer that.
I mean,
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Good.
To me, I believe that they're gonna be contenders. They're not pretenders. I got them as a true contender because I think Anthony Richardson is gonna come back with a lot to prove. I think that this is just my hope. I'm hoping that he's working on, his throwing a little bit in the off season, a lot more, so he won't be so reckless when he run. And I'm hoping that he learned from this season.
Mhm.
You can't play this game like you played college because you got a little weight and girth to you that you think you could just run over linebackers and some of the defensive linemen. You can't do that in the NFL. So now learn the proper slide technique. You know what I'm saying? So you won't get injured as much. But predominantly work on that passing game, man. Become a true dual threat.
That's still not a
I got them
ranking.
as
Contender. Okay, they're a contender, but what do you rank them? Like, are they gonna be a top 10 team, a top 5? And
You got to make it the playoffs. You got to make it the playoffs.
I say this: contenders is usually how many players on? How many teams is
got
in,
one to
in
the
the playoffs?
playoffs.
There's only 4 or 6, right? 5, right?
What?
You can rank them.
That make the team for these playoffs.
You just say they're going to the playoffs. You say I rank them as a playoff team.
I got them as contenders.
I mean, yeah, I can see him as a contender. I guess when I'm thinking rankings, I'm thinking a little bit more deeper, but we'll keep it simple then. I, yeah, I mean they're a contender. They gonna be a contender, so I'm not worried about that part. But mm, I don't know. I don't want to go too deep with it. Then I won't go like top 10 rankings as far as defense, top 10 on offense, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no,
what I'm
no,
saying.
no,
But
I
I'm
ain't-
saying if you,
ain't
I'm
taking
just
it serious.
saying.
I
But my
just
thing is
ain't
this.
taking it.
No, I'm saying no. Even if you do ranking like that, are they a playoff team after you finish ranking them?
Yeah, I mean they can be a playoff team. Yeah, they can be. It just all depends. You know what I'm saying? Only reason I say it all depends is NFL is tricky
But I
like
need a
that.
yeah. I said it, and I know.
No, I can't give you a yeah. I said it on
Yeah.
this one.
I mean, no.
I
Well,
can't give
you
you a
can
yeah.
no. You can't give a 50-50.
Yeah, I can give a
Well, your
50
answer
50.
don't mean nothing. It holds
It
no
always
merit.
it's always gonna mean
It holds
something.
no merit.
It
That holds
always
no
holds
weight.
merit.
It holds no weight.
That don't make sense to me. It's always gonna hold merit.
It holds no weight.
You know, it's always gonna do that.
It holds no weight. Are they making the playoffs?
You know, it's always gonna.
No,
Like
I'm
I'm
just saying they're
saying,
making the playoffs.
I said they're contending. And I can see them
No,
making the
are they making the
playoffs.
playoffs? Yes or no?
Uh,
I'm asking you that though.
I'm saying, well, I'm gonna say no. Then just
Okay,
go
there
against
you
the
go.
thing.
Now we holding weight. Go
They
ahead.
ain't holding nothing.
There it is. I got an answer.
No, they ain't holding nothing.
They are contenders. I agree. I definitely gonna, like I said previous, they contenders. Playoffs, I can see them wild card maybe because I didn't pick them to win the division. So it's gonna be a tight fight, but they might can squeak their way in. So I would go yeah. I would go yeah. I go wild card though. Wild card for sure.
Mm.
Not
I'm
a
a-
division winner.
Yeah, I would go like you say because I got them and Houston going at it for the title.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose to Houston, I got them like you say being a wild card. You know what I'm saying at the bottom, whatever. But just for the simple fact, like with Lamar Jackson, and everything. And like a John Moran or something. Even though he didn't get to play that full year, we seen the potential that Indianapolis starting to come on with and start putting up them points. The offense got the rolling.
No, him and Taylor gonna
You
be
know
a
what I'm saying?
problem.
So-
Him and Jonathan Taylor gonna be a problem. Now I'm telling you that for sure.
So I'm gonna go because just like it just like how we thought Houston wasn't gonna be as good this year, and just like so I believe that they gonna do the Houston. And there's always gonna be some teams that come in and make it, and some that get out. Just like how was in the NFC last year. You had the Giants in them making it and stuff. Then not they didn't make it. You had the Lions in them make it, and Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? Instead, you know what I'm saying. So I believe it's gonna be Indianapolis' turn. You know what I mean? Just because that offense looked good, and Minshew when he was there, the offense looking good. They didn't win them all, but you seen the like you say the potential of that offense.
Speaking of that, what you just said, man, it's a sidebar, y'all. I don't even really want to say it, but I did read somewhere, man, and I heard it more than once. It's actually a columnist out here that's actually saying the Lions is third place in the division and they will not make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's possible.
Man,
Mm.
when you said that, that's what made me think of that. Like you said, somebody don't make it this year that made it last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
it.
how it be.
Not in
That's
D-Town,
how
baby.
Okay. Will there be another Brock Purdy this year? Will they find another Brock Purdy this year? Mastermind.
Yes, sir. And I'm going with my man from going with Jordan Travis, baby.
Jordan Travis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going with Jordan Travis, baby. He gonna steal that. He gonna come in and get him a nice little spot as soon as he get his health and stuff together. I'm going with him.
Say as
Soon as Aaron Rodgers out of there, yes, sir. That's his job.
No, only because one, he's not he wasn't Mr. Irrelevant pick, so that's number one, and that's kind of what made Brock Purdy so interesting. He was a Mr. Irrelevant pick, a pick that people don't even care nothing about. So for him to come and do what he did in San Fran, that's why. So no, we don't have that coming out this draft this year because there's nobody. The Mr. Irrelevant pick right now, I think it's a safety.
Yeah, he's from Alabama.
You know what I'm saying? He came from
Alabama.
He came from UAB first.
He's
he played.
Alabama.
He played 4 years at UAB, and then his 5th year he went to Alabama.
And when they drafted him on that screen, what did he represent?
So-
Roll Tide. Don't
So when it's-
avoid that.
It's not about avoiding it. It's just when it's all said and done, he won't be considered a Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I'm
See, that's
saying?
the aspect you going at it.
Yeah.
I'm not going down
The
that
question is, will it be another Mr. Irrelevant?
No, that wasn't
Brock
the
Purdy.
question.
Brock
Yeah.
Purdy, I'm saying, was a Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
that was his
but
pick.
That
So I don't think that's going to be that. You
No,
know
I see
what
where
I'm
you took it. That's a good, interesting take on it. I didn't take it down that route when I looked
Right.
at it. I didn't look at it as the Mr. Relevant part. I meant as coming in, winning a starting job, and making a name for itself. That's what I took that question as.
No, I'm looking at it from. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
no, I'm looking at it from the point of.
From any aspect. and
I'm looking at it from the point of that.
You're looking at it from Mr. Irrelevant point.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you was to find one to take somebody's spot, this just clicked in my, clicked on me.
Mm-hmm.
To take somebody's spot, even though it wouldn't be a Mr. Irrelevant, but it'd be somebody's spot taken for the simple fact that we think that this team drafted a quarterback for that position. And that would be Melton, or is it Melton? Milton or Melton, I forget how to pronounce it, from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he got drafted later on, but New England had took Drake.
From
What's his
North
name?
Carolina.
Drake May.
Yeah, had took him.
That's a good
So
one.
if he outdo him now, that'd be
That's
you
a
know what I
good
mean. Even though he didn't get picked last, that'd be some
No, that's a good one.
that'd be a taking me on that.
I like my man, like I told y'all. Oh.
I mean, I guess
Get healthy is on, baby.
Who will have a better season, Judge or Otani? Who will have a better season, and Judge or Otani? Mastermind.
That's another toughie right there, baby. Because right now it's looking like Soto about to have that season over there for the Yankees. So that one might be a pick 'em. I think we might have the first ever pick 'em on the show, baby. I think that might end up a pick 'em, Ice.
Well, you're the Yankee fan. I'm going with the Dodgers. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. You got to go with the Yankee, baby.
I think that might be a pick 'em. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, Hart. Hart, of course, you got to go with the
gotta
Yankees,
throw that
but
in.
I think that's a pick 'em, though. I think that's a pick 'em. I ain't gonna lie, because it's gonna be right down to the end, considering that now that Otani not doing no pitching. See, if Otani was doing the pitching, it'd be easy to go Otani because he's doing two things. You know what I'm saying? But I think when it's all said and done, I think they'll end up having the same, about kind of close to same slugger percentage, and I think somewhere around the same RBIs and home runs before it's said. That's why I said I think that might be a pick 'em.
Okay.
Mm.
Young Peace.
I'm going with Judge. I'm going with the Yankees.
Going with the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go that route.
They got a smaller field too, don't they?
They do. The Yankees do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with them. I think with the addition of Soto, they actually starting off pretty good this year, even though they lost yesterday. But they starting off pretty good. I think Judge is going. He gonna live up to that contract. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times people get that contract and they don't be living up to it.
Like Stanton over there.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know
know
what I'm
what
saying?
time for him
I
to
feel
go.
like he gonna always live up to his contracts. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? As long as he stay healthy. I know he had a foot. What was it, last year or the year before? Not last year. I mean the year before. But I think he gonna be good. So I'm going with Judge.
Okay. Before we get to the last question of the show, I just want to let y'all know this here since we talking about Aaron Judge. They in town Friday. Detroit Tigers playing the Yankees Friday, so y'all need to be down there. See what's going on. Last question of the show. How will Candace Parker be remembered? Is she a top 10? Young Peasy.
I do think she's a top 10 of all time. I'm gonna put her at probably like number 9, just because I got so much respect for a lot more players that I'm putting her down there around 8, 9, because I still feel like it's some players that's above her. But the things that she accomplished in her career, even in college, WNBA, cross seas, everything that she's done, yeah, she definitely. And it's hard pressed to not put her top 5, even on Mount Rushmore. But I think when it's all said and done, I'm never gonna do that. So she like 8 or 9, but she definitely top 10 for sure, without a doubt. But it's certain teams, certain players, I just always gonna put above her, and just what they can do and what they did. But you had a stellar career. You know what I'm saying? You dominated pretty much everywhere you win the WNBA for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I know aces, injuries, and all of that. But you did your thing in Chicago. You did your thing in LA. Like you did your thing all over the place. You did your thing in Tennessee. You're always gonna be a stellar stand up, and them girls need to be looking up to you and all of that kind of stuff. So kudos to you for sure.
Go ahead, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Candace Parker, you are definitely top 10. I was trying to sit here and think because when P said top 10, I was sitting there thinking,
Start
And
thinking of other players.
trying to, and then then the names started just pouring in. So it's gonna be kind of hard to get you in them top 5.
Right.
I know that for sure. It's gonna be kind of hard to get you there. But your accolades, you supposed to be there. The accolades, you supposed to be there. It's just some of these ladies is kind of hard to kind of put you above some of them.
Yeah.
And to me, to sum your career up, it's only one word. Winner, baby. Winner, without a doubt. Because she did it at all levels. So I gotta give it to her. And I mean, I want to say it bad. I want to give you top 6
I got
or
it first
7, but
before we-
it's hard, baby. It's hard. I'm trying, but you definitely top 10.
Was she better than because what's her name? No, I just got asked for because I'm here. No, just one. No, I'm not.
Don't
But
do that.
no, this lady's not gonna throw her out of.
Somebody who I
But it's
forget-
somebody who got a lot of titles that I was just asking.
Okay.
Tina Thompson.
Candace Parker, is she better than Tina Thompson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know she had,
Yeah.
because she got 4 rings with the other girls.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason why we're going to end up showing it like this, because I'm going to read off where they got. They got Deanna Taurasi,
Okay.
Tamika Catchings,
Love her.
Cynthia Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
Maya Moore,
For sure.
Lisa Leslie,
Mm.
Cheryl Swoops, Lauren Jackson,
Mm.
Sue Bird. Then they got Candace at 9, and then they got Sylvia Fowles at 10.
So they got no Cheryl Miller on there.
Yeah, he said Cheryl.
No, I didn't.
No, they
No.
did.
No Cheryl Miller on there.
No, that's why I was asking. No, that's why I was asking you.
America, see, this is why I'm starting to get to this. See, this,
But I think
I
it's
mean,
maybe
don't get
because
me
of the-
wrong.
because she
I
didn't-
mean, go back to number 1, 2, and 3.
Maybe because she didn't play in the WNBA.
I just need to hear 1, 2, and 3.
I'm just saying maybe that's the reason why they leaving her off. Maybe.
Yep.
Possibly.
Who did I say? I think I
I
said.
know you said Deanna Taurasi.
I think Cynthia was.
Cynthia
at
was
3.
3.
Yeah, I think Cynthia was at 3. Man, who was at
2?
2? I forgot who was at 2.
America,
Yeah.
I got to do my research before I make this statement, but I'm going to check it out before I say it. I'm going to check it out before I say it because I don't want to sound too bogus here. Bro.
Well, he gonna sound bogus when he get the answer for y'all.
That Taurasi ain't sitting too
Ain't
good
sitting
with me.
too
That
good.
ain't sitting too good with me. But I got to do some research. That's why I
Yeah.
said that Taurasi ain't sitting
Yeah.
too good with me. I got to check that out.
All right, we thank y'all for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And share with your
Yeah,
neighbors,
and
baby.
share, and
Let them know
share,
what's
and
going on
share.
with us. But yeah, Taurasi, baby, I don't know about number 1. I don't know. I got to check it out.
It's time. Peace.